How can you trust a roofer to tell you if you need a new roof when he makes his money by replacing roofs? Trusting a roofer can be challenging, but as far as knowing if it's time to replace your asphalt shingle roof, here are 7 things to consider which will help you know if your roofer is being upfront with you. Number 1, how old is your current roof? Now, I can already hear a bunch of you saying, well, I have a 30-year roof or I have a 50-year roof. And because your roof's only 20 years old, you think that you've got a lot of life left in it. But here's what those numbers mean. If your salesman sold you a 50-year roof, all that means is that's how long the manufacturer's warranty is against defects in the product. It doesn't necessarily mean that's how long your roof's going to last. Now, a regular dimensional shingle is probably going to last between 20 and 25 years, but that depends a lot on your climate. For example, here in Colorado, a dimensional shingle may not last that long because of our harsh sun, dry air, and regular hailstorms. So if your roof's older than 20 years, there's a good chance it's probably showing some signs of wear, and it's probably time to start saving for a new one. But ask your roofer to show you photos or videos that support why he's telling you to replace it due to its age. If it's not cracking, it's not breaking down, it's not allowing leaks in your house, you just might be able to squeeze a few more years out of it. But if you've got a roof that's around 20 to 25 years old and your roofer's telling you that it should be replaced, he may be right. Number 2, the shingles are wearing out. Even if your roof hasn't reached the 20-year mark, it could be wearing out. The weather could be a big factor in this, and whether or not your roof has the correct ventilation also can play a big role. So the biggest indicator of a shingle that's wearing out is if the majority of the granules have come off. The granules are there to protect the asphalt surface of the shingles. If the granules are gone, then the asphalt's going to start to break down faster. But just because your roof's fairly new doesn't mean that you don't have excessive granule loss. There's one shingle manufacturer in particular that has a real problem with this. And in fact, we've replaced some roofs that had shingles made by that manufacturer that were only 2 to 3 years old because of that problem. So if you've got a situation like that, that's a manufacturer defect. If your shingles have a lot of cracks or blisters, well, that could be a sign that you don't have enough or sufficient ventilation. If you catch this early and add sufficient ventilation, you can prolong the life of your roof. But if the problem's too bad and your shingles are compromised, it's time to replace your roof. Now, you might also have shingles that are falling apart at the edges. You can see this especially when the sun hits the roof because it's going to reflect off the fiberglass that's been exposed. It might also get so bad that the shingles actually start falling apart. If your shingles start curling up at the edges, that's another indicator that they're probably past their usable lifespan. So if your roofer's showing you photos of any of these problems on your roof and those problems are spread across the whole roof, then if he's telling you it's time for a new roof, he's probably right. Number 3, your shingles are too brittle. If your shingles have lost their flexibility and have become brittle, like crackers, well, that may mean that your roof should be replaced. And here's why. If your roof is in this condition, it probably means your shingles are old. And if that's the case, you may be noticing that you're needing regular repairs on your roof. And that may be because of leaks or some other issues. But if you're needing repairs done and the shingles are really brittle, it makes it really challenging to remove only the shingles in one area and do spot repairs. Because as you're trying to do the repair, you end up breaking or cracking or tearing other shingles around that affected area. Then the roofer ends up chasing damaged shingles up the roof. Now, I'm not saying that if you have one leak that you need repaired or you have one accessory that needs replacing, that you need to replace your whole roof. I am saying that if your roof has a pattern of needing repairs regularly, and those repairs are challenging or expensive to do because of the condition of the shingles, it may be better to replace. So if your roofer shows you that your shingles are very brittle and it's causing him problems to perform repairs on your roof, he may recommend that you replace your roof. And if he does this, he may be right. Number 4, the shingles have lost their sealant. So if you've got widespread problem across your roof of shingles which aren't sealed, That's really a strong indicator that you may need a new roof. Now, your shingles may have lost their seal for a few reasons. It might be because you've had a bad windstorm hit your house and that caused the shingles to separate. Once they've separated, they might not ever seal on their own again. Or it might be because of an installation issue. If it was too cold when your roofers installed the roof, the seal strip probably didn't activate quickly enough. Then wind might have blown dust or dirt between the shingles, which that's going to prevent them from sealing correctly. But it could also be a manufacturer's defect. If the seal strip isn't a high quality material, or if it was worn out by the time the shingles were installed, well, that could prevent it from sealing the shingles together correctly. So if your roofer shows you that you've got shingles all over your roof that aren't sealed, he's probably going to recommend that you replace your roof. And if he does this, he's probably right. You probably do need a new roof. Number 5, leaks in several areas. A leak here and there isn't a reason to replace your whole roof, but if leaks are a pervasive problem in several areas, there may be a reason that's happening that's deeper than just a superficial problem. So if you've had leaks for quite some time, that could mean that you've got damage to your decking, which may also need to be replaced. So I think the point at which you need to decide whether or not you should keep repairing your roof or replace it is going to depend on money. So ask yourself these questions. Will the costs of doing a comprehensive repair of your several leaking areas get close to the cost of just replacing the whole roof? Or do you foresee that the cost of doing multiple repairs over the next few years is going to be close to the cost of a new roof now? If you run the numbers and it makes sense to replace the roof now, then it's probably a good idea to do that. So if you've got a roofer who's being conscientious about doing the right thing for you, he may have already figured all this out. So if he's suggesting that you need a new roof instead of repairing it, he just may be right. Number 6, hail damage. Now this can kind of be a hot button issue because your roof might have hail damage, but does that really mean that you need to replace it? Well, this is going to depend on a few variables, like how bad is the damage? Will your insurance company cover the payment for the replacement? If you are going to file a claim, what's going to be your share of the costs? Do you want to have a claim on your record? And is this your forever home? So if they know that you're going to file a claim, a lot of roofers are going to tell you that your roof needs to be replaced, even if the shingles are only slightly or superficially damaged. But we've seen roofs with hail damage that have lasted well over 10 years with no problems or negative consequences for the home or the homeowner. So what should you do? Well, how can you know if the damage on your roof is bad enough to worry about? Well, I'd recommend that you ask the roofer to show you photos so you can see how bad the damage is. Do the hail bruises penetrate the asphalt and go down to the fiberglass mat? You may also want to ask the roofer to show you how wide the bruises are. Are they just pea size or smaller, or are they as big as a quarter or larger than that? So if the damage is superficial or small, honestly, I really wouldn't bother replacing your roof. Your roof's going to perform as needed for a long time. Remember, one of the things that I told you to take into consideration is whether or not this is your forever home. Well, if the hail damage is minor and you plan to be in the house for a long time, you probably don't really need to do anything about it. Here's the one variable that can throw all of this into just a big mess. Number 7, your house is for sale. So if you plan to put your house up for sale, or it's already up for sale, and there's any kind of storm damage on the roof, there's a very strong chance that that's going to be noted in the buyer's home inspection report. And there's a very strong chance that the buyers are going to ask you to do something about it before they buy your house. In fact, if any of these previous 6 conditions exist on your roof, if your house is for sale, you're probably going to have to do something about the problem in order to sell your house. So if your house is for sale and you've got hail damage, regardless of how extensive it is, you may actually end up having to replace the roof. Now, I know that's not the best news, but we've seen it happen dozens of times. You know what the most important thing for you to do right now is? Well, watch that video. Or if you want to geek out on a bunch of roofing information, you can watch that playlist.